I'm waiting on y'all. Just waiting on y'all. Trying to be cute. Whew. Alright, alright. I don't know. Y'all didn't tell me what story time y'all wanted me to do. But I'ma do it. Woo, shoot. Look. I thought I had it in me to take that like that, but phew. Let me just add something into the juice so that I could just act like I'm doing something. Because I ain't doing that. This is the bomb. If y'all never had this, it's the cheap nigga drink. Fuck Taco Vodka. Okay? Because this is way better than a Taco Vodka. Cat, why you all in my video? Bye. They ain't asked for no feature. I'm J. Cole. I'm going to do it without a feature. Okay? Okay. I don't know what story time y'all want me to do. Nobody said anything. Okay? Don't be just sitting up here not saying nothing. I need to know. I could just do the one where I was slapped and stranded. I mean, that one funny as hell. Somebody's feelings gonna get hurt. Cause, you know me, I'm ignorant. I'm gonna use the name. Kitty, can you close the door at least? Since you want to sit there and stare at the wall. Okay. Hey, Fernando. Hey, baby. No, baby, you on the wrong live for showing titties. Okay? Okay. There's Augies for that. Okay? But, yeah, let's figure this out. So, how we gonna do this? What? Okay, I'm just gonna get on into it. Let me take another drink. Oh, Lord. Alright, so story time gonna go like this. Here getting caught in my naps. Alright, wait a minute. So, this story time is gonna be the slapped and stranded, since y'all didn't tell me which one y'all wanted. So, basically, this is how it started, okay? I was dating a young man when I was younger. Yeah, I'm getting straight to it. Why? You know, ain't nobody here. I might as well start talking. So, I was dating this young man when I was like maybe, I don't know, 19, 20-ish. And, you know, call itself going to college. You know, us black women, we like to support our men, okay? Especially if they doing something positive. So I was just like, you know, okay, babe, you over there doing your thing. I'm going to come visit. So I decided to come visit. Now, Lord have mercy. I had my friend drive me all the way to South Dakota, which ain't that far. We probably drove like 3 hours. It wasn't that far. To this college. And it was nice. It was popping. It was a lot of people around. So I was just geeked up. You know what I'm saying? And we get there. And the first night we didn't stay on campus. We just went to like this hotel thing, and it was the bomb. We had fun. It was a big old party. You know how the white kids get it popping. It ain't like a black party where somebody started shooting in the middle of the party. No, they was popping. I'm talking about beer pong over here. We had a swimming pool at somebody's house later on. You know, it was popping. So everything seemed to be going well. I had met this guy when I was in high school, so it wasn't like he was some random dude. I had been knowing him for like 4 years, but he was short, and y'all know I'm almost 6 foot, so it ain't no point in me dating nobody that's short. What are you gonna do for me? Okay? Tie my shoe? Okay, you can do that. But the next day is when things start getting kind of weird. Now, when we got to the dorm room, it's a typical dorm room. There's a bed on this side and a bed on that side. So all I'm thinking is, okay, which one is your bed? But then there was a pallet. I don't know, maybe somebody had a girl spending the night, no big deal. So he like, I'm about to run off to class. My cousin's gonna be here. You could sit and chit chat with him. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I'm sitting there chit chatting back and forth. We laughing, giggling. Yes, ma'am.
I can whistle.
Oh wow, my baby can whistle. Whistle while you close the door. Thank you, baby. See how I did that whistle while you close the door? See, you can be nice to your kids. So he came back from class, and I'm asking him, you know, he tried to be all into it, like, how was class? And he was like, yeah, it was a little rough, man, because, you know, technically, I'm really not a part of this university because my financial aid didn't really come through. Wait a minute, what you mean? Your financial aid didn't come through, so how the hell you staying in the dorms? He like, well, technically, I ain't really supposed to be in the dorm room like that, because my cousin go here. He just let me stay up in here with him. You telling me you got me all the way in South Dakota and you don't technically go to this goddamn on college, and if they catch you up here, we both getting kicked? Okay. So at this time, I'm already here. So I'm like, Lord, you know, please don't let me say nothing out of my mouth that's going to cause, you know, this man to feel some type of way, because I'm confused. You told me you was enrolled in college. Come to find out, that was your stinking ass pallet on the floor. That was your pallet? You expect me to sleep on the pallet and I got my own crib? You telling me I got to sleep on the pallet in the dorm room? And I don't know these people up in here. You telling me I got to sleep on the pallet? Okay. So I let that ride. So he was like, you know, what you want to do now? And I'm like, bro, I'm hungry. I've been sitting here all day waiting on you to get out of fake class because you really not in school. And just sitting in the back, teacher wondering who you is and whatever. So he was like, okay, let's go to the cafeteria. So the cafeteria is probably like a 5 to 7 minute walk. So I'm just, you know, trying to be a supportive girlfriend, y'all. I'm just trying to be supportive. I got this little college outfit on, you know, with the matching pants and the hoodie. And I'm thinking I'm cute. It's windy as I don't know what. Wind blowing. Ain't nothing but cornfields around us. We get to the cafeteria. He like, well, since you don't go here, you gonna have to sit at the table and I'll get you some food. Nigga, you don't even go here. What the fuck? What are you talking about? You don't go here. So how you gonna tell me I gotta sit down here and wait for you? You gonna steal the food? Tell me, is you stealing the food? Because if that's the case, I got a couple dollars in my pocket. We can go to McDonald's and split it, you know what I'm saying, a McChicken or something. Nevertheless, I sit there and I'm just like, okay, whatever. Let me just ride this out, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. So all of a sudden, now y'all know how it is at the typical white schools where all the black kids that go there usually play sports. So I'm just like, you know, sitting at the table, minding my business. And in comes the football team. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, no. Jesus, no. I'm the only black one up in here. And when I tell you they came for me, they was like, who is you? I ain't never seen you on campus before. Where you come from? And I'm just like, oh, I'm just here with my boyfriend. You know, trying to play it off so they can move out the way. You know, like, I got the whole football team over one table. Ain't nobody sitting at the table but me. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Usually, if it was just me and my girls, I would have pulled them off. But it was just like, I'm here for him. Let me not be ignorant. All of a sudden, he come out and he like, you know them? Nigga. No, I don't know them. Of course, I don't know them. They came to see me. So he all mad now. He like, we gonna have to take this out the cafeteria because I don't want people all in our business. And I'm just like, okay. Where we going? Back to the pallet? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want me to do? Sit in the dorm room on a pallet? Man. Nevertheless, I just keep going with the flow. It's ridiculous. I feel like Michelle and Dr. Dre up in this thing. Next thing I know, we go back to the dorm. His cousin there, and now the roommate of the cousin is there. And it's this white boy, and he looking at me like, hey, we got another person in this doggone room? And I'm just like, look, let me try to talk to this man, because I need to know, what is we doing? Okay? I'm not sleeping on no pallet with you and your cousin's roommate and your cousin. Because you ain't the roommate. You ain't the roommate. You just here. You perpetrating. You ain't even got no class schedule. You is perpetrating. Talking about you going to class. We get there and I'm through, y'all. I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I'm ready to go home. This nigga done totally lied to me. I'm thinking this nigga gonna be a philosopher. Think I done got my bank up. No. He perpetrating like the rest of these niggas. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm sitting there, and I think at the time it was either Facebook or MySpace, and I'm trying to write my friend, and I hear his homeboy up like, bro, did you know that this dude is not really enrolled in college, and he got me all the way out here? And I guess he calls that like snitching to his friends. Bruh, could you just be real with yourself? First of all, you homeless. Keep it real. You homeless. That's why you here. You homeless. You ain't trying to get no education. You ain't got nowhere to go. You probably was living with your cousin. And your cousin went to college. So you followed your cousin. Instead of you enrolling in college, you decide, hey, I'm just going to come on here and just go to class. Bruh, you ain't going to get no degree like that. So, I'm sitting there telling his friend, and he just upset like, how dare you? You won't tell my dudes what we got going on? And I'm just like, bruh, you perpetrating. I'm not about to be dealing with this. So I stand up, because you know I'm tall, and he was a little shorter. And he like shoulder checking me or titty bumping me or whatever you call it. And I'm like, look, you're not about to keep bumping into me like that. You just going to have to slow down with your roll. Next thing I know, this fool. Let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain this fool. He had to be like 5'7". I'm 5'11", okay? Light skin, probably 120 pounds, something like that. This fool decides he wants to get tough because I'm talking right back with him, and the roommates and the roommate friend or cousin, whatever the heck they was sitting there like, dang, bro, she going in. Right. Because I'm not Susie. This Bonquisha came up here for something new, okay? I ain't come up here for the same thing I'm going to catch on the north side. A lying nigga, okay? So this fool decides he wants to get bucked. He like, say one more word, man. I'm just going to have to tell you what it is. And I'm like, I'm all ears, buddy. This fool turns around and just waka pow pow. Right across all up in here. All up in here. Waka pow. When I say I did a 360, I did a whoop whoop whoop. Turned all the way around, slid down the window like, did you just slap? Okay. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I ask you to restrain my right hand, because you know my hook is a mess. I have no way, listen to me y'all, have no way to get back home besides him. So I have to just gain my composure and be like, you know what? Chill, bro. Chill. Because if you knock him out, how you going to get home? You ain't got no phone on you. You know what I'm saying? You out here. We all the way in the boonies. You ain't got no service. What you going to do, fam? So I'm like, you know what? Chill. So he like, his cousin them like, man, y'all wildin'. We going to give y'all space. So then he sit down and he like, I apologize. I ain't mean to, smack you like that. And I never do that. Bruh, of course you won't. We ain't got to worry about that, because when I get back home, you going to know something. So I'm just like trying to chill the rest of the night on the pallet. On a hard ceramic floor. On the pallet. Only one blanket. So we got half the blanket on the floor and the other half trying to cover. On the it wasn't even a good pallet. We ain't had no pillow. You know what we slept on? Clothes stuffed in a shirt. Stop playing with me, y'all. I did that. Oh, jeez. So the next morning, I'm just like, so I want to go home. Like, I thought about it all night. I can't stay here. I want to go home. I want to go home. And he like, man, see, this what happened. Like, the dude that was supposed to take us back, I don't know if he going back to the cities no more. You telling me you got me up here, you ain't enrolled in school, you're sleeping on a pallet, you're stealing food from the lunchroom, and you're smacking. Let me tell you something. You better find a way today. I don't know if it's your cousin roommate, or the 50 niggas that came over here at the table when they was sitting there trying to eat the football players. Whoever taking me home, you better figure out who's going to do it. Because I am not about to sit. Listen to me. Soon as he left out, I was just like, you know what? Thin line between love and hate just snapped in. And I'm just like, you know what? Go enjoy your day at school today, honey. Okay? Enjoy yourself. Get all your education. Soon as that door closed, let me tell you, I went, got all my stuff, took a shower, and walked to the nearest gas station. Do you understand what I'm saying? With my suitcase in hand. Okay? Mary J. Blige style, okay? Went all the way there. I said, excuse me, gas attendant, which way is Minneapolis? No. Wait a minute, baby. What's up?
I'm okay.
You okay? Okay, we'll close the door.
What you doing?
You know what I'm saying? I ain't get no privacy. She don't care. She know I'm doing something that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I'm like, where in Minneapolis? Where I'm supposed to go? Left, right? And she like, you know, you're in South Dakota. I didn't ask you that. I ain't asked you that. I said, where is Minneapolis? And she was like, it's that way. And I said, I'm about to walk, okay? I'm not about to, listen here. Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, we all had to walk to get somewhere. And guess what? I was walking back home. Do you understand me? I was not waiting on him. You ain't gonna have me stranded in South Dakota. What I'm gonna do? Strip to get home? You crazy? So there's a stand white man named Josh in there, and he was like, well, what I can do is I can get you to Fargo, and then I don't know. I mean, you're gonna have to figure it out from there. So I had to hitch the heck hike with Josh. Get in the car with Josh, and I'm just like, can I use your phone? I need to call my best friend. So I'll call Yanni like, Yanni, I'm on my way home. And she's like, okay, B, okay, what's going on? I'm like, this nigga slapped me. She was like, you let the midget slap you? I'm like, girl, I know. I let the midget slap me. I did. I'm on my way home. Just know that. And she's like, how you getting home? I'm like, Josh. She was like, who is Josh? I'm like, girl, don't ask me. Josh is giving me the Fargo. Once I get the Fargo, I'll call you and let you know what's going on. So he give me the Fargo. Fine ass Josh give me the... Josh, where you at? He give me the Fargo, and I get there, and it was a big old Walmart, and then there was a Greyhound bus station. So I go to the Greyhound, and y'all know how I am. I'm an actress, so I'm getting ready, getting the tears together so I can get up front and tell them my story. While there's another black lady up there crying, asking for a ticket. And the dude attended like this. So do you have the $66 or not? Because we're not giving you a ticket. So I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm gonna be stuck here. I gotta sleep in the bus station. Now they got slapped by a midget. I'm gonna go home and tell my peoples I got slapped by a midget. So this darling angel of a lady come next to me, old white lady, y'all, had to be in her 70s, and she asked me what was going on, and I told her my situation, and she bought me a ticket. I get on the phone, a pay phone, and I'll call my best friend, and her baby daddy answers, and he like, what's going on? And I tell him, he was like, all right, from the bus station. So I get on the bus, and I cry the first hour all the way. Like, the first hour, I just boo-hoo, boo. I'm just like, I can't believe this happened. And so when I get to the bus station, I get there, and he was sitting outside in her little red car, and I just get in there, and he was like, I was so mad at that point though, but I was so at peace knowing that I was at home. Because I was just thinking, this is going to be a lifetime story. They're going to find my body in one of these doggone cornfields. And look, I ain't got time for that, okay? So I get to my house, and I pull up, and my best friend on the phone with the little short dude, the midget, okay? And she like, if my best friend ain't here by 7 o'clock a.m. in the morning, I'm about to come up there and I'm shooting everything up. And he was like, well, I don't know where she at, to be honest. You gonna come up here shooting for no reason. Terrified. You understand me? But this is where it all comes into play. He left his car in front of my house. Brothers, don't leave your car in front of no female house that you done did dirty, okay? Let me tell you, my favorite movie when I was a little girl was, what's that movie? How to Be a Player. When I say I got on top of that car and put Players Will Adapt all on the front of that windshield and red lipstick, do you understand me? I ain't put no sugar in no tank. No, there's stuff for that. Grab a Snickers when you're hungry and stuff it in the tank, okay? Because that's what I did. He came the very next day looking at that car. Oh, it doesn't start up? I wonder why. Oh. Don't smack me. I'll smack you back, punk. Okay? I don't need to get physical with you, okay? I ain't Janet Jackson, baby. I knock if you buck, okay? I call you bluff. So, he couldn't move the car, and all of a sudden, there's a car parked outside my apartment building, and it's been sitting here for a while, and we can't park in front of our building because this car is taking up our parking space. Can someone come remove it? Get her. Get her done. Then, to say all that, see, if I was real grimy, if I was Eve in the garden and Snake and his whole social security, the title to the car was all at the house. You know what I'm saying? I could have been real grimy. I could have went on Craigslist and, made a couple of dollars. I wasn't smart back then like I am now. I would have done that. I would have done it. I would have done it. I would have done it. Don't get me wrong. I would have done it. But they told that car. And as my best friend promised him, the next time I see you, midget man, I'ma slap you like you slapped my best friend. And so, 2 maybe years later, he decides he wants to be cool again. And so we was chit-chatting. He was sitting on the couch where me and my best friend lived at. And she came around the corner. She saw him. He was like, hey, how you doing, girl? I ain't seen you in a long time. Trying to shake her hand. And she come up. She was like, you thought I forgot? Slap her again. And she just walked off. And from this day on, he ain't Dr. Dre and nobody else. He definitely not. And I ain't Miss LA, okay? I ain't her. I ain't Tina either. Okay? That was how that went, okay? And I just know that was one of the craziest moments of my life now. So where y'all, it was just so surreal. So surreal. But I learned my lesson. Absolutely learned my lesson. First of all, you don't mess with nobody short because they probably insecure. He probably just didn't understand my level because he wasn't there yet, When you're not on the... He needed some steroids to grow a little bit. Okay? But that's my story time, y'all. Peace out.